Hey. It's the Midnight Crew. We live and live in color. So
Yes.
listen, go ahead, share the broadcast. Tonight we're talking about your 2021. Are you ready to plan your profits? If you're not, you need to be a part of this conversation tonight. So go ahead, share the broadcast with somebody you know. Say hello. We would love to say hello back. It's a conversation, so feel free to participate. If you have questions, you can ask. You can also go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. I'm Tisha Marie Johnson. I'm excited to be here with this full and fabulous Midnight Crew. Woo! They ain't feeling me on that. That's all right. We gotta keep it live on the Midnight Train to your wealth.
We are muted.
Anyway, I'm gonna let my co-hosts introduce themselves. I'm gonna go to my right. I'm not sure where she is on your screen, but Miss Ola, go ahead, tell the people who you are. Hey, Diane.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm here in Tennessee in chilly 39 degrees, but enjoying myself right now. Just, I'm getting ready for this, planning my profit for 2021. What about you? Are you planning yours? What you waiting for? So I'm looking forward to 2021 and talking with my girls tonight. So let's get it going.
All right. Dr. Nikki, tell the people who you are.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nikki Lee, all the way here in Seattle, Washington. I am here tonight. I'm fired up. I am so done with 2020. and I'm ready to start planning 20 for my 2021. I've actually already started. I can't wait. This is going to be an amazing broadcast tonight. We have so much to share with you. So we ask to please share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your family. It's going to be wonderful. But get ready. Okay, so is it Katrina?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am also glad to be here, and I'm also glad for 2020 to be over, right? And when you're talking about, planning already for 2021, you only got a couple of months. What you're going to do, right? So this is a great broadcast that you're going to be on this evening that we're going to talk about, what we're going to do for 2020. So you want to be with us and talk about Black Girl Profit, and you go to www.blackgirlsprofit.com and join in with the conversation.
Woo-hoo. All right.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Yes, good morning, good evening, good night, and late night. So, I'm Shaquanda, CJ Austin. Y'all know planning profits, numbers, and all of that in between. This is right up my alley. So, blow the whistle and let's get started. Come on in, share out the broadcast. You all know what to do. I am so super excited. So, let's get started.
All right. Well, I'm over here sharing to some groups, but we're gonna get this conversation started. Shout out to Stephanie Lane, who's supposed to be on this side of the camera. But again, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Listen, we're excited, and I mean, come on, 2020 has been quite a year. However, we can say that though it's had its challenges, though it's had its up and downs, though we've had to do some mid-course corrections, and CJ's word, we had to do some pivoting along the way, it's still going to end fabulously. So I hope that you agree with that, and I hope that you're here for it because we certainly are. Shout out to the best coach on the planet, Danielle Winningham, who is our fearless leader. We're so excited to be a part of this community, and of course, to be a part of. Just her tutelage because she has seen some ups and some downs in her experience, not just in the entrepreneurial world, but also in corporate America. So that kind of gives her a little bit of an inside scoop as to some things that come along the way. And especially in building your business, she has shared with us some things that we need to do to get ourselves in position so that we don't get caught off guard. And I can truly say I'm thankful that she's helped me in the midst of pandemic. I'm sure these ladies can agree
Oh yeah.
that we had
Yeah.
some good guidance and some help along the way. Even when we needed to share and talk about it, we've been able to do that and also prepare our businesses. So, ladies, what would you say to the person who had goals of being an entrepreneur for 2020 and then just kind of gave it up? Or for those who are currently business owners and they're just not sure if they should maybe go back to a job or should they continue forward in the path that they're on in terms of being an entrepreneur?
I'll speak on that. I feel that, you never give up. I think that's been called from my middle name. And I've gone through all kind of obstacles. With coaches' help, I'm moving forward. But you never give up your dreams, and with what's going on today, there's 40,000 people that don't have a job. So if you're considering to go back to a job, it may not can't get one. So why not continue to go ahead and pursue your dreams of being independent? That's what we're talking about. Never give up. Just look at other avenues of trying to make that 50, 100, to continue so that you can pursue your dreams. 2020 is a new year. That's how you have to look at it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's why you need to profit. That's why you need to plan your profit. If you're in a business or you're trying to start a business, you need to have a plan. And so that plan is something that you need to get that business going. You think it's not working like you want it to work, but if you're planning and making plans and profit, you can see where you're going. So that's going to help you move forward. And like she said, don't give up. Just it's not what you think you're failing, but you hadn't looked to put it on paper to see where you are. So plan that
Right.
profit, and then you'll see where you are. So don't give up. It's all about you and what you need to take care of you. And part of taking care of you is planning.
Yes. And I would add to that, sometimes we think of obstacle as a setback, but this pandemic was an eye opener. Just like Coach said, there's going to be so many millionaires and billionaires birthed out of this pandemic. So now is the perfect time to use this setback as an opportunity to plan for a comeback, to plan for your business. And if you have an idea, get that idea out of your head and put it on paper. The perfect time is now. And we are having a profit planning session. And to sign up for that session, you need to go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. You're going to learn how to plan your profits because nobody was prepared for what happened in 2021. But I can say that this was an eye opener for me as a business owner, and I've been taking this time off because in my area, what I do wasn't considered essential. So the governor shut all non-essential businesses down. We had to close. So we didn't have a choice but to sit there and think, how are we going to do things differently once we open? So what better way is what better time than now to plan your future. Plan your future. Plan your future. Yeah. Perfect timing.
CJ.
I just figured that it does not matter what time it is. It's always a good time for you to get money, to plan, but especially this year, right? This year has really we've been, a lot of us have been creative. You know, we've made it through. So a lot of us have survived, and it's not a bad thing. It just lets you know um, how much tenacity you really do have. So as we are in this the fourth quarter of the year, you want to go and plan your profits. And so if you've never been to one of these, it is truly life changing. So
Yes.
www.blackgirlprofits.com. I mean, don't meet us there, beat us there. You really can profit. Like the lady said, people are still making money. Everybody hasn't had to pivot too much. A lot of people have pivoted moving forward or moving higher. Their bottom line has increased due to this. But even if it had not, you just pivot and do something different. And really and truly, as long as you have something in your hand, you know, you have a profit. So www.blackgirlprofits.com.
Yeah, I like what you said, Tisha. Don't be caught off guard. And I think with this pandemic, it has opened, my eyes and a whole lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
Because some people were caught off guard, and then those who are used to planning, many of people were not caught off guard. And some people did pivot and use some of the things that they knew how to do and went online. And I've had a couple of friends reach out to me, and they said that they made more money during the first 3 months of the pandemic than they had made in a long time. I mean, just that short time. And some people made thousands of dollars within a 3-month period because so many businesses were closed, especially in the hair care industry. The beauty supply stores were closed. So people that sold hair care products online, body products online, they made quite a bit of money. They was very creative.
I know everybody's kind of on the edge of their seat trying to see what's going to happen with the election next week. But I'm here to tell you, no matter what happens, you still need to be preparing for your life. And as the ladies have already said, even in the midst of the pandemic, you have so many people that have made lots of money. I remember year before last when the government went on the shutdown. And there were a lot of us, because I was included in that number, but there were a lot of us who were kind of in shock because now I've been through shutdowns with the government, but this was the first one that lasted the longest since I have been in almost my 24 years of being with the government. And so there were people who took that opportunity, make lemonade out of lemons. They took that opportunity, created a business that in a lot of ways far exceeded whatever they were doing prior to the shutdown and were able to take care of their families. So, that's the thing about whatever happens with the pandemic or the election or whatever's next that we might not be able to see. You have to keep going and not give up. And yes, you may get caught off guard. I use the example, you take a trip on a plane, you entrust the person that's flying the plane. Would you rather them make some mid-course corrections if there's a storm approaching, or do you want them to go on the original flight pattern? I don't know about nobody else. I want you to take me out of harm's way. If we got to fly 2 hours to the north, the south, the east, or the west, do what you got to do, but make it happen. And that's what we're saying. No matter what it looks like, you can make it happen for you and your family. And if that means that you have to get some help, then that's exactly what you have to do. www.blackgirlprofits.com. Ladies, what would you tell the people about getting help?
Well, you got to get help. When you're constantly thinking you can do it on your own, especially at this time, that's a hard thing. So, and especially when you're starting something new or you want to build on what you already have, you need a coach to be able to help you that has already been through the trenches, know what to do, how to guide you. That's the best thing that I can say, as I've been coached for years. And they always say it takes a village to help you out. You can't do nothing on your own and by yourself. Right? So having a coach is a great thing, and there are a lot of coaches out here, but there's no coach other than our coach. Okay. Because she really cares about what we do, how we do it, and to be able to make some dollars on top of that too. So, you come to blackgirlsprofit.com. You don't want to miss out on an opportunity to move your life forward, because, with this pandemic, we don't know when it's going to end. So what are you going to do? Right? So let's get busy, as we say. Let's get busy. Let's get it rocking for 2021. You know how every year when you're talking about the next year is going to be a great year. Well, same thing. Doesn't change. People are still making money out here. Are you going to make yours is the question.
Exactly. And 2020 definitely prepared us.
Right.
Prepared us. So if you have, major setbacks in 2021, that's because you failed to plan.
That's right.
You failed to plan.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
See
right?
I'm unmuted. Yes. I'm sorry, I was unmuted. Yeah, 2020 was and is a year that we will never forget, But as I said, if you had a coach that's leading the way for you, like I said, your coach knows, been there, done that, and doing it again, and there to help you. But part of the profit plan is you plan for that coach and that profit plan. So, you'll say you can't afford a coach, but you can if you plan for one. So you need the profit, that's part of the profit plan, is planning that entity in your schedule, to make sure that you have a coach that's going to guide you, lead you, and guide you, because you don't know what you don't know. And
Right.
the coach knows what you don't know. And, sometimes you need somebody to run some stuff, with someone. You have an idea or something, you need someone that's been there to run that idea against, to see if you're making the right move. So that coach is well needed. And like I said, if you're planning your profit, then you put that coach in that plan. So let's go to www.blackgirlsprofit.com and get started.
Well. Look at the lovely that walked in the door.
Hey, there you go, Miss Stephanie.
I'm trying to figure out how y'all start a party without me.
Okay.
How did that happen?
You're supposed to be here. Okay. Stop playing. Okay.
Yes. How is everybody?
Doing great. How about you?
Good. I'm wonderful. Thank you. Hey, y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all. Did y'all just start? Did y'all start? No, what are y'all? Where are y'all?
We started about 19 minutes into.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody get to speak. Everybody say who they are. Good. Hey, y'all. Stephanie Lane here coming in late for the party, obviously real late for the party. I'm sitting comfortably, not in my normal setting, but I'm sitting comfortably. But guys, look, it does not take a rocket scientist to know that if you are planning, dreaming, thinking, wanting, have a desire, an inkling, anything about starting a business, you got to talk about profits first.
Right.
You got to figure out where you're going, what you're shooting for, what you're aiming. or you're not going to have a business. That's what we call a hobby. So you've got to get yourself together and figure it out real quick that, you know what? Nobody on the face of this planet does anything by themselves. No one. As women, the first time we decided we were going to have a child, and we have a child, and we are pregnant, what do? We start asking other mothers about how do they handle motherhood? What do you do when you give birth and that child won't calm down? You're like, okay, what am I supposed to do? There is no manual, there is no training per se until you're actually in it. Well, guess what? It's similar, but not. There is a lot of training involved in running a business. There is a lot of wisdom out there in running a business, but you got to make sure that you find the wisdom that's right for you. You've got to make sure one thing, just as everybody's wisdom they sell it ain't the same. But you got to make sure that one, it is wisdom, and that the person that you're trying to become, or the business coach or advice, the person you're seeking advice from, is someone who has gone where you're trying to go. That's number one. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where somebody's talking about, I know how to get you there. I know how to, this is what I can do for you and your business. And then you go look and you check them out, because you do need to do your research. And especially if somebody in social media and they only got 200 followers themselves, why would I hire somebody in social media that only has 200 followers? That makes no sense. Okay? So you got to make sure that they're what they call billified. You got to make sure that they're certified in some manner, whatever that. And it doesn't have to be because there are a lot of people that don't have degrees that, to me, are the wisest people on the face of the earth.
That's right.
But you need to make sure that they do know what they're talking about, that they can show you some receipts. And then go get your money. It is out there. And I think once you see it, once you draw it, once you write it, once you what have you, you will be surprised how easy it is to go get it. When you have a path, literally a map to finding the money that belongs to you, I guarantee it'll make your business journey easier. And with that said, I'll pass it along. Hey, y'all. Hey, glad to be here.
Come in blowing, right? Right. Just set it on fire, just that quick. Snap.
I remember when I first started my business, when I got into business, I had a couple of businesses. I was young, and usually when you're young, you don't think about all of that. You just think about building a clientele or getting customers and making money, and you're spending the money as much as you're getting it in. And before you know it, years done pass and you're broke because you didn't do exactly what you said. You didn't plan. You didn't have an idea of where you want to go, where you want to be, or want your business to be. Even in your personal life, where you want to be in 5 years and 10 years. I mean, you should be growing. If you're planning, you're growing. If you're not planning and you don't know where you want to be in, even 2-3 years, it's not going to happen because you failed to plan. You're going to end up back at square one, and you're going to end up having a job versus a career. And most likely you're not going to be making profits because you failed to plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And many of people
that's just like being on that. That's just like being on that, that hamster wheel, that constantly, just repeating itself. and without planning, how are you to move forward? When you're looking at your profits, you want to make sure that your profits are continuous, not that you got to constantly keep on searching. So how are you going to do that? Right. And like Dr. Nikki said, in regards to planning for your future. We never think about that. Just like Tisha Marie stated that, COVID, nobody was expecting COVID. Nobody was planning on, what our future was going to. We were just sliding through thinking 2020 was going to be just like any other year that we have. At the end of the year, beginning of the year, this is going to be a great year. But everybody was taken so off guard that, a lot of people are still paralyzed from it. Right. And that's one thing that you can't do. You can't be paralyzed because of your situation. You got to plan. Even if you haven't planned before, now it's time to start. Your new year is getting ready to start. So start planning now so that you can get prepared of what your 2021 is going to look like. And in order to do that, you need a coach to help you. Okay, because again, like I said earlier, you can't do this by yourself. And when we only think in one way, there are other ways to go about doing business. There are other ways to be able to make your profits, and you can see those profits, how to plan it, how to make your bank account grow, right? That is the focus, and that is what we want, especially for us as African American. We want to be able to create a legacy for ourselves, right? So in order to do that, you're going to have to work hard. There's nothing to be afraid of. And that's about being due diligent and moving forward. So blackgirlsprofit.com. Come and join us. Next, lady.
I know the money lady got something to say. Come on, money lady.
She's like, let me put it together.
I was waiting for Stephanie to come back on the ones and twos, but she came off. She came off so strong. Yes.
But why we look like the Black Brady Bunch before you begin, CJ? I'm just looking at us. Y'all need to look down at the top, and then we need to look up at you.
Yes. Here's the story. Like, don't give me, I'm a little goofy at night. Then point to Miss Ola. Oh my God, that's funny.
And we're in the sequence of the Brady Bunch too, y'all. You know that, right? I said we're in the sequence of what the Brady Bunch do, right?
That's making even more funny now. There are some who may not even know what the Brady Bunch is.
I think we all here know.
We all know. Right?
Some of the viewers may not know.
We know. Maybe some of y'all go Google it.
Yes.
So the Brady Bunch, I'm trying to think. They were well off.
Right.
They were well off in my book. Even the Brady Bunch, they had their profits in order. I forgot what the parents did. I just remember saying, man, that's a lot of children. And they was living in a nice life. And so I mean, it's not a dream. It don't have to be fake TV, or you can live a Brady Bunch life too. You can have those profits work for you. You just have to plan for it. Literally, just plan it. Put it in paper. Put it on paper. And the thing is about our coach, we've seen her work this magic with a blank sheet of paper.
You sure did, girl.
That blank sheet of paper, it's something to see. If you don't come for that, that is enough reason to go hit the link in the website, because when you come from a blank sheet of paper, and it's 6 of us on here with 6 different business models, and come from a blank sheet of paper and still create multiple seven figures for our business. So, that's the kind of coach we have. So I absolutely implore you just to look into it. It may not be for everyone, but that's okay. But it's still look into it, and you can run your business. That's one thing. You have to run the business as a business. Who we were talking about that, not as a hobby. You can't write off hobby expenses. So you might as well do, level up and run it accordingly. You can write off your tax deductions on your taxes. You can write off your business expenses. There's so much you can do with that, and it does help you to level up. And then you have your own freedom. You don't have to worry about all of this madness. You create the life that you want to live. It's not gonna be easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
another good thing about planning too, it'll help you see what worked for you and what's working and what's not going to work. So, that'll help you clear that up. You wonder, you do this little thing right here, like, oh, I didn't gain nothing from this. So, you won't plan that. You won't put that in your profit plan next time. You just get rid of that and go to something that's really working for you. So it does help you see what you can and cannot, what you're doing, what's working for you. So everybody, just don't go do the same thing over and over again. That's it. They call that crazy. So you want to do something. You want your profit plan to grow. You want to see when you do your profit plan. You want to see that you're increasing. That that your money is going up and not down and not sitting stagnant. So you need to plan. Profit planning is something that you really need, and you know even if you don't have a business, you need to profit plan your life.
That's right.
Because you get that check, especially if you on a budget, or if you have a job and you're getting that one check. How you dividing that check up? How you taking care of what you're taking care of? You're not already planning how you're going to take care of your expenses. You got to eat, don't you? So you need to plan. And if you have a business, then that's the best thing for you. If you're used to planning for your life, then doing it when you have a business, it's easy because you've already started. So don't stop now.
Ms. Ola, you just mentioned a money strategy. Exactly what you just said is a money. Profit planning is a money strategy. And this is what happens to many of us when we get excited about something and we say we want to, run a business, or, I want to get out on my own. I want to, I don't want to work for the man anymore. Let me do my thing. Or, you just joined an MLM situation and you don't know what to do. Your upline telling you something, your downline doing something different. Who knows? You're just trying to figure those things out. But guess what? It is a strategy to making money. And it doesn't fall out of the sky and hit you in the head. And it's not like you're going to automatically know what to do. Yes, it makes sense. I have a product sale. I'm going to make money, right? But sometimes 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4. That's not how this works. And profit planning gives you strategy for your money. It gives you a strategy on how you're going to go get it, why you're going to get it, what are you going to do when you get it, so that you can keep it and multiply it, right? It is a money strategy, and it is important that you understand that you understand what it takes. And again, it is, let me see, how would I rate? Me personally, I can't speak for anybody else. I would rate a money-making strategy or profit planning as a number 2. Coach may say it's number 1. I rate it as a number 2 when it comes to what do you do? What are the first things you do when you start a business? Wouldn't y'all agree with that? That comes up high up when you versus that business thought, that business idea, right? And so you set a mission and some goals and things around that, what you want to do with that thing. Then the second thing, you immediately turn around and start working on your money strategy. So think about it like that. And this is how you know if you need a profit plan and you need to finish this year out and move into the next year strong. If this past quarter you either stayed the same, you made less, or guess what? You could even have made money this quarter. You should still profit plan for your future. But the first two, you definitely need to be planning. Because we don't know. Everybody keeps talking about COVID, right? COVID did hit and we didn't know what to expect or what the outcomes are going to be. But guess what? We still don't know what the outcomes are going to be. We're still all going through. And so while everybody else trying to sit in limbo or trying to figure themselves out, you need to be on stealth mode, making some money moves.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm trying to say there is a lot of money in the land. There's still a lot of money to be made.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, with this COVID, it makes you think, right? And earlier I said, there's over 40,000 people without a job and they're panicking, right? When they have an opportunity to do something else, because that may be what they may have to do anyway. So why not start thinking in those avenues going that way, because you don't know what your future is going to look like, but why not start creating your own future and plan? And that's the same thing, planning for profit, because it's not guaranteed that you're going to have a job tomorrow. So what are you going to do? Right? So that means that you need to start thinking about other avenues on how to create a stream of income. And that is also by planning. You have to plan. You have to plan for tomorrow. You have to plan for next week, next month, next year, and so forth. Okay. And if one doesn't work, then you start another plan and think of something else. Okay. Until that idea will definitely produce for you. But still, overall and all, you're still going to need someone to help you to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself, especially if you don't know what to do. And that is what a lot of people are afraid of, because they do not know what to do. Right? So that is why you need a coach to help you, guide you, direct you, and give you those ideas to help you build a strong foundation. And that all has to do with planning. So again, you would like to come aboard, again, it may be for you, it may not be for you, but you have to invest in yourself in order to find out what's best for you, right?
Yeah.
So blackgirlsprofit.com. We have a great community here, and we all, again, have our own business. We all have struggles. Nobody says nothing's going to be easy, but why pay your way for somebody else's dream when you can do your own, right? And this is the time. This is the time we've been at home. What have you done? They also said, if you've been housed in your home for so many months, what have you done differently? What have you did to change and to grow? That's also, again, about planning, right? Again, like the lady said, if you stay the same, that means you haven't done anything, right? So that's all I have to say.
And one of the things I like about Coach, I've been watching Coach Danielle since 2017 when I first met her. And talking about receipts, I've watched this lady, like you said, get a sheet of paper and plan. And it's just a beautiful thing to hear her. Now, here's this single mom who raised 3 children by herself and have paid cash for her children to go to college, have purchased them new cars. A lot of, single moms can't do that, but she planned for her future. She planned for her legacy. And her kids, she'll it comforts her to know that the day that she's not here, her kids will be taken care of, and her kids will know how to plan, and they'll be able to teach their kids. She is just amazing. And one of the things I know is she knows about money, and she knows how to help others plan for profits, plan for growth, plan for a legacy for their family. I've seen her do it year after year after year. And that's why I'm here. So you may not think this is for you, but I say it is for you, especially if you had some major setbacks this year. And I'm pretty sure many of us had some kind of setback this year. And so just, don't sit on the fence. Just look into it. www.blackgirlprofits.com. I guarantee you don't have anything to lose.
And I can't tell you how many profit planning sessions I've sat in. I don't know about you all.
Mm-hmm.
It is different every single time. Let me tell y'all, Coach always preaches there. You start seeing money there are levels to this. So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you start seeing money in places like you've never seen before.
Right.
And the more you talk about it, and the more, again, you begin to really, truly plan for it, it's like, wow. And even though I've sat through at least 10 profit planning sessions, and I just shared that it's different, I see money in another space, and then you think to yourself, why didn't I see it then? But I couldn't, because I hadn't moved up in a level, or I was not in a space or a place to see it or hear it, or know that I could go get it just yet. So, it never ends, guys. It never ends. And the ideas, sometimes we get tunnel vision because we're just trying to survive, right? And it's almost like when you're driving a car. Isn't it a beautiful thing when you have somebody on your passenger side and they see something on the road that you couldn't see or didn't see as you were driving because you were focused? And they bring it to your attention, you're able to press on the brakes so you don't hit that little rabbit, that bird, that whatever's in the middle of the street. Same here. You have somebody with a second pair of eyes, somebody guiding you, helping you, showing you, hey, put some brakes on this. Let's talk about this for a moment. How come you're not looking over here? Look to your left, look to your right, we need to make a money song, y'all. And then, go get that money. It is beautiful to see money in places like, wow, how come I didn't see that last quarter when we did planning? We just talked about money. How did I miss that? And it could be mindset too. You just weren't ready to receive it at that time. And so it's good to always, yes, CJ, I see you. Yes, it's good to always talk about money. And a lot of people are like, well, money is the root of evil. Of all evil. Let me say it like they say. Of all evil. And they are so misquoting. Money is not everything, but money solves a lot of problems. Okay? So let's think about that, because some people may like, you're always talking about money. You always, well, what's a business for if you're not?
Right, to make profit. You make profit. That's why I'm in business, to make money, to make profit, to take care of myself, my family, to leave a legacy. And one of the things I found is that you'll tend to have a different mindset for money and appreciation for money. And I know Coach, I think it was the other day, she did a broadcast on how she treats money. And we don't think about, when I put my bills in my wallet, I don't put my bills in my wallet with the president's side up. I flip it on the other side, and put in God We Trust side up. I mean, you just develop, you start to do little things like that and just treat money different and how you spend your money. You just have a totally different outlet, and you'll be surprised how much more will come to you when you're planning, profit planning, when you're paying attention to your money, paying attention to where you're spending it. And for those of you who think, oh, I can't afford this session, profit planning session. Okay, why don't you write down and keep track every time you spend some money on coffee, on going out to eat. You'll be surprised how much that racks up in a week. And then you'll look back and say, yeah, pay attention to your money. Oh, I could have taken that course. I could have done this. I could have done that. But you'll be surprised when you're not paying attention to your money, when you don't appreciate it, and definitely when you don't plan for growth, it just burns through your pockets. Just burns through your pockets. And 2020 was a wake-up call. It should have been for a lot of people who end up broke on December 31st. It don't have to be that way. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and see what it's about, because it's time to wake up, and there's so much money in the land. I'm almost shaking. I'm excited. It's so much money out here in the internet. The internet. Who'd have thought? So many people who lost their jobs, so many companies. Actually, no, let's go back to the companies who had to send their workers home and work from home. And many of those workers are not trying to go back to the office. They're not trying to be in traffic for 2-3 hours, or on the bus or train for 2-3 hours to get to work. So many people there's so many people online now making money. So many people transitioning, pivoting their business online. But even with that, if you don't have the proper coaching, you're not gonna make it. You don't plan for your profits and learn how to make money online, you're gonna end up broke December 31st, 2021. I'm just saying. Just saying. So what you gonna do? Think about it.
I'm gonna plan my profit. That's what I'm gonna do.
I know that's right, Miss Ola.
I'm gonna plan. And you were talking about people not saying they have money for this or money for that, but when you want that Louis Vuitton, you did everything you could. You selling this, selling that, trying to get that money, get that pocketbook. And now it's up in a closet somewhere, you don't even use it. But think about it like that. That's money you just kind of threw away because you don't, it's in a closet somewhere, and every now and then you put it out because you say, I got one of those. We all got one of those things that we blew money on to say we got one of those.
Or somebody could just rob you and take it.
Yeah, So you need a job, something that's going to secure you, not something that's going you can hide away in a closet. You want something that's going to secure you, secure your family, leave a legacy for them. So plan that money, that mindset you use to plan to buy that pocketbook. Use that mindset to plan and build your business.
And what motivates me is thinking about retirement, because as self-employed, I have to plan my own retirement. I don't have, that's up to me. And even people who have jobs, what do you want your retirement to look like when you're 60? Or people are working longer than that. I don't want to work until I'm 75, 70. But just think about it. We have to plan for that. And we have the opportunity to make more money than our parents, our grandparents, our great-great-grandparents. I mean, you have these youngsters coming out of college. Actually, while they're still in college, working an internship, making $5,000, $10,000 in a 2.5 month period. I wonder how many of them are actually planning for their retirement, planning for their future, how much money they're actually saving. So www.blackgirlprofit.com is for anybody, whether you planning your life, planning your business, planning profits for your business, retirement is for any age. And it's, even though we say blackgirlprofit.com, it's for anybody, the men too, because not all men is about planning. They end up broke too at the end of the year. So it's for anybody. If you want to change the course for 2021, even for the next, how many days do we have in 2020? Like 60
days. Tomorrow, Sunday is the 1st, so you got 60 days.
Yeah.
And you can make a difference. Sit down and just plan. And exactly what Dr. Nikki talked about, which I specialize. I'm always talking about that because that's what I do. It's my job to ask you, what are you planning for, especially for your future? A lot of us are working and you ain't never planned, right? You're talking about children, right? If they start putting $100 away today at a young age, by the time they're ready to retire, they'll be a millionaire. So you have to look at where you're at. I know, same thing with Dr. Nikki as being an entrepreneur, but I was affected in 2008 where I lost just about all my 401k. So that means that I had to start all over again, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that has happened to, right? Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do? Because we don't know about Social Security. So it's all about planning. So it's planning for your future, because you don't want to be up under the bridge. Again, I'm going to throw this out there. They say by the year 2058, if we don't have it together, guess what? We will not be relevant, period. Okay? So it is important for you to plan. And plan for your future, for your children's future. That's what we have. We got all that's going on right now with our race. So it is telling you right now that we need to do something about it. So we just have to be just as smart as everybody else and then start making our own money, building our own community. So that's about planning and working together. And when you need a coach, somebody that knows what to do to help you make some money, that's something that you need to really, truly think about. So give us a call at www.Black Girls Profit, and that goes for both men and women.
That's right. Wow. Go ahead, Katrina.
Thank you very much. I'm ready to do a little preaching up in here, especially about our money and about making money, okay? Because we have to really be for real.
Lives in there. And as y'all coming out the clubs, those of y'all who still in the clubs, and some of y'all coming out the creek spot, get your profits together. Thank the Lord for deliverance.
And there you go.
You're being messy.
I mean, we need to plan our profits. Well,
that's right.
You have to. You absolutely have to put a demand on it, right? And put it on paper, and absolutely just get it. I mean, I think as a money mindset coach, people absolutely can't believe when I talk about that. The relationship coach, T. Marie on here, she would appreciate this, that I always I liken money to a man's relationship, because how you treat it is how it's going to treat you. Money is alive, it moves, it's real, it's very good, real energy. So you want to make sure that it's tracking you down. You want to make sure that you're positioning yourself to have it track you down, to multiply for you. And Katrina, you're not alone. I lost a lot of money this year as well on my 401k.
Yeah, especially in 2008. Oh my
goodness.
Right.
I'm about to, man.
Well, you need to talk to me. And that's what it's here for. What we're here for is to help each other, to be able to build each other. You know, what I know, you may not know. But what
Right.
you may know, I may not know. Right. And that's what coaches hear about, because a lot of us don't know how to make this money like she making it. Right. So,
That's
and it's
it.
all about planning. Right. So everybody, we all got something to bring to the table to help one another to get where we need to go. You know, and that is what we need to do. Right. And, you know, like you say, Keita, that I'm not the only one. And I'm sure in this whole panel, not in the audience as well, not the only one. You know, so what do? We talk about money, we talk about planning, we talk about how to make some money out here in this world, because there is money. You just got to go find it. Right. So it's all about planning.
And that's true. You know, people have jobs, and used to, when you got a job, you were guaranteed a pension when you retire, but that don't happen anymore. They don't
Right.
even offer it to you anymore. These
Mhm.
people getting jobs now. I was fortunate to have one, but it's not what I was happy because I had one, because I'm thinking I'm gonna be set when I retire. When I retire, I'm like, oh Lord, because
Mhm.
it
That's
just,
right.
you just do, you're just getting by with what
Mhm.
you have, because your retirement is staying where it is, and everything's going up. Cost of living keeps going up.
Inflation. That's
You
right.
still in that same,
Inflation.
they give you a set amount that you're gonna get, and every now and then they may inch a dollar or two in there and say they're giving you a cost of living, but I don't know what cost of living they dealing with, but it's not mine, because that dollar ain't doing a whole lot.
Right.
So you want something, you know, and you'll be surprised at what you know how to do. A lot of people think they don't have anything, but you'll be surprised, because, I'm just saying, women, I know, because we're survivors, and we come up with some ways to take care of some stuff, and we need to take care of it. And you can take whatever that way you came up with, you can turn that into a business and make a profit off of it.
Mhm.
And so that's why you need profit planning. And like you said, you need a coach that's going to help you see that vision. We all have vision, but how far is your vision going? Is your vision just going across the street, or is your vision going across country? So that makes, that vision you have is how fast your money is going to grow. So you want to plan for your vision. We all have visions in some form or fashion. So turn that vision into a profit, turn it into a business, and plan that profit, and go to www.blackgirlprofit.com. Get it done right now. I say this all the time: get it done right now. Don't wait. What you waiting for? Where are you now? What you doing now? Apparently you ain't doing nothing, and you need to get it done right now. This is
Mhm.
out here for you. You've been asking yourself, I need help. How I'm gonna get help? How I do it? What am I gonna do? Well, we're giving you the answer right now. So get involved. You know, take that vision. You dream. Take that vision. Do something with it. You have people you got to support. If you have children, don't you want to see your children do something different? You don't want your children to be stuck like you are. What's that going to, you got generations and generations you trying to help. So take that vision, grow that business, plan now, get that profit plan done. And as I always say, right now, get it done right now. What you waiting for?
I love that, Miss Ola. Miss Ola, Miss Ola just dropped some wisdom. She just dropped some wisdom. Who can come after that? Who can come after that, Miss Ola? What you say, Miss Ola? Your vision going across the street.
Some people I'm saying that because some people don't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
You know,
I love it.
it's right there. All they have to do is just open up their eyes, and it's right there for them.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Some
They
people they
gave
so
you life.
busy. They so busy. Woe is me. Well, woe is me has got you where you are now.
Yeah. Be quiet, Miss Ola.
Yeah, they
I
gave
don't
me
think we
life,
say
Miss
nothing
Ola,
after that.
across the street with the
We can't
glasses
say nothing
on.
after Miss Ola. Miss Ola done shut it down. She done
Eva
all
Marie,
the
are you
way.
queuing up? Are you warming up on your end over there, sis?
You know, I just look at it, life is just too short.
Uh-oh. Hey.
So listen, if you haven't figured it out by now, you need to go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. Sign up. You don't want to miss this profit session. Listen, go get your blessing. I'm going to get mine, but if you don't want yours, I'll take it.
We too. I'll
If you
take
don't
it
want
too.
yours, Miss
I'll
Owen, take it.
I'll take it too. We all take
If
it,
I don't
right?
want theirs, CJ take it. We'll take it. So, all right, you guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much. Share the broadcast if you have not done so. We are so excited that you joined us tonight. We want you to have an incredible weekend, but more than that, we want to see you Sunday night at the Profit Planning Session.